Hmm.
So I'm really excited to
That's good. Yeah. Something.
things.
I think if you do it regularly every day, just half an hour,
Yeah,
something must happen. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be focused.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Just
if
focus
I
on one
really
thing.
focus,
I think
yeah,
you nailed it. You make money out of it, then you can move on to the next one.
yeah,
Mm.
you're right.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel right now.
Mm.
How about you?
I'm still learning because I don't know much about coding, but I'm quite many various experience with marketing, like Facebook advertising, and learning from Google Ad. I run the Google Ad work before, and I designed a website before, so it's just learning. And I think you
Yeah,
like your leadership role.
yeah.
Just see the overall view of the whole thing, and I go deeply into marketing, and then yeah, see how it goes. Everything's still new here.
So we're both happy. That's good. I think that's good.
So you want to listen a little bit about the marketing
Yeah,
audio? Okay,
yeah.
let me share with
But
you.
I mentioned to you yesterday that send me earlier so that I can listen. Then we can discuss
Ah,
about that.
okay. So let me share. I already sent you. Let me share it. Show on the screen easier for you to see. Okay, so here's a video. Now, so this guy, he had done about $100 million sales by doing response marketing. Let me share. His name is there it is.
So I'd like to introduce you to one of my two best friends
Can you
in
hear?
the world. His name is Dean Jackson. We've been friends for over 10 years now. We've worked together on a number of projects. And the thing that makes Dean special and also somewhat annoying to me is that he's what I call the marketing sharpshooter. He's the marketing rifleman.
So this guy call him marketing rifleman. That means he's very precise with his marketing. Right? Very precise with marketing.
He's the best I've ever seen personally in my life at looking at a business situation, analyzing it, and then coming up with what the best marketing strategy, marketing piece, copy, like the whole thing, the whole formula to do, and then implementing it and have it work the very first time. And I asked him to come and share some of his wisdom here in the Print Persuasion Masterclass. And I just want to welcome you, Dean. Thank you. We're happy to be here. Thank you very much for participating and helping out here. So you've created, you've done something that I think is a great idea. You've created a list of some of the lessons that you've learned, the places that you've learned them, and how you apply them. And maybe you could start going through some of these, and we could have a little discussion about them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this came from a discussion that I was having with a friend who was becoming very interested in marketing and copy and was asking me, because he's seen me studying this right from the beginning now, 15 or 18 years or whatever it's been. And he was asking me, if you were just to recommend 10 books, like what would be the 10 books that I could read that would help me get the understanding of marketing that you have? And I started going down, started making some of the books, and we've all read the books. We've all read My Life in Advertising and Scientific Advertising. We've all read Breakthrough Advertising and Robert Collier Letter Book and Cash Copy and all these books. I started going down the list, but as I'm writing them down, I'm thinking, you know what, this one only makes sense if you understand and know what I learned from this book. And I got about 5 books down, and I said, dude, you can't catch up. There's no way to catch up. There's no way to shortcut this without having the application of it. You know, there's so much knowledge that's out there and so much that we can read and learn, but once you start applying these things, then you really start to see a deeper understanding. That understanding becomes wisdom then, once you've been able to apply it. So when you asked me to do this, what I decided I would do, I started thinking about what I would consider the top 10 lessons that I've learned in studying and applying marketing all at this time and how I applied them. So I wrote out 10 of these, and maybe what we'll do is we'll go through, I'll share what the lesson is, I'll share where I got it, and then I'll share how I applied it. Because that's where there's going to be real value, I think, in seeing the different ways to apply or seeing a real illustrative story on how to apply something.
Well, you are one of the ultimate masters of persuading in print, so tell us some lessons of persuasion.
Perfect. I love it. Okay, so here's lesson number 1 is what I've learned is knowing how to persuade in print is the ultimate leverage. And that really has been the ultimate lesson in all of this. And when I say persuading in...
So he said that persuading in print is the ultimate lesson. That means you know how to write copy and get people to respond to your message, and you can do almost any business.
In print. I didn't catch all of your first call, Evan, but my definition of persuading in print is using a medium to persuade somebody asynchronously. And by asynchronously, I mean...
So he says that you need to do asynchronously. That means you don't have to be there. Okay?
Yeah.
So that means, for example,
Yes.
I put a sign at my center. I don't have to be there. And someone may still call me. Or they still ask me about the English class. So that's the main thing to do asynchronously.
Persuading somebody without having to be face-to-face with them. Even though the same lessons would apply and you could use the principles that you're going to learn to persuade in person. And often the best ones persuading in print are learned from applying them in person. What I'm talking about is doing it asynchronously. That's where the real leverage is. And, you know, as I start to think about it in persuasion and marketing, there's some debate in business in general on the value of an idea compared to the execution of an idea. You know, if you're looking at an operations person and a marketing person or a strategy person, and they're having a debate with internally or philosophically about the value of idea versus execution, there may be some gray area in a big business standpoint from the total business of executing an idea versus having the idea. But in persuasion, in marketing, in direct response marketing, where you're measuring the results that you're getting, the idea is everything. The idea can be 10 or 100 times more valuable.
Okay, so maybe in other areas, you're not sure which one's more important, idea or application, right? But in persuasion, in print and marketing, idea is everything. It can create like 10 times, 100 times the result. For example, last time I put an ad for $70,000 on Facebook, and I had a student who paid me $6 million per month for many months. So it 10x, maybe 100x the result.
Than the execution of that idea, in marketing especially. So, because when you look at it in marketing, flawless execution from a marketing standpoint, a persuasion standpoint, means that the letters got printed with no typos and no smudges, and they were delivered on time, or that the emails got sent, or that the landing page and the sales letter and the order page are all working and up on your website, and that would be a flawless execution of an idea. But the dynamite that really can blow it all up, that can make it just go into orbit, is the words or the idea behind the words, the offer that you're.
So the thing that make it to a dynamite explosion and send the spaceship into the orbit, right, is the words. For example, if I tell you, hey, Tong Anh, I'm teaching English, you may not feel it, right? But if I tell you like, hey, if you don't let your kids studying English now, in 5 years' time, they will not be knowing much English, and they cannot go overseas to study. You see, same message, but I use different wording, and you can feel it more, right? You can feel the impact of it. So that's why in marketing, you know how to use wording, make a big difference.
You're making to somebody. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so when I talk about this in an asynchronous way, what the big lesson that I learned was coming from a real estate background. I started out as a realtor here in Toronto, and looking back, reflecting on it, it really was the ultimate laboratory for my early years of study in marketing, because I was able to, devour all of these marketing ideas and all this marketing information, and then be able to test it and apply it to my real estate business. So the value of the asynchronous part of this was that I came from a background of cold calling, of making 100 cold calls a day, prospecting, and realizing.
So he came from the background of doing real estate. He had to cold calling 100 times a day. So he can know about the individuals, understand how each person thinks. So when he did marketing, it's a lot more effective because of his background as a realtor.
Boy, that is the ultimate hamster wheel experience, where I was, you're making those cold calls, you're making them, you're talking to people, even if you've got a good approach, you still have to do it synchronously. You still have to make those calls in order.
So he said he hamster wheel. That you can test it again and again. So for your coaching business, we can do the same. We can run Facebook ad, run Zallo ad. Zallo ad is pretty cheap. And you can run Google ad, see which one works, and then we can make decision.
In order for that marketing to work, or that approach to work. And when I first discovered this concept of direct response advertising, where I could put something on a postcard, or I could put something on paper and have people call me, that was really the turning point for me in my life, because it was the point where I realized, man, I am never going to have to work very hard again.
So that's when his realization is when he put something on postcard and people called him, and he realized that it's a turning point because he never had to work hard ever again. For example, I put a sign in the English center. Some people call me. I wasn't there. I didn't have to look for them. So that can create leverage because I put there for about 1.5 months. Then maybe 12 people connected me already. I don't. So you can do the same for Facebook and a bigger, wider range. Yeah. So how can you make $1 million, Hong Ai? How can you make $1 million?
Right now I thinking of making a new pen, then sell it through Vietnam. I think that would be something special that I can do.
So how can you
I
sell to
think I can
Vietnam?
do. Huh?
How can you sell it to Vietnam?
Through website, through the system that every people can looking for it.
Yeah, that's how you make $1 million.
Yeah.
If you have 1,000 people and each one pay you $1,000, you have $1 million. So you have to look for that direction, and you have more leverage, right? You put a little bit of effort at the beginning, but when it keep running already, it could become a cash machine for you. Keep generating more money. Okay, so we have 10 minutes left. What have you learned from this today's audio?
Yeah, I learned that we have to do something that is big for us, and it's continuously big for us, and it's loudly big for us, so we can have automatic machine that can generate money for us.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, we can multiply x money x time for what we expected.
Sorry?
Is it right?
Pardon me? Can you repeat that again, please?
We can multiply
Multiply.
x time. Yeah.
Yeah, what he
For
said
what
there
we
is need to do asynchronously.
Yeah, repeatedly,
Asynchronously,
right?
that means you don't have to be there, and it still works. That is a leverage.
Leverage.
It may take a while to set up, but when you can do that, you can, you can be doing playing golf, or you go swimming and still can make money.
Yeah. That's what I want to do. And yeah, I think we can make something different. So we can have money in that area. And I think I'm good at coding, and I can make it.
Okay, so see you tomorrow at the same time.
For my side, I already take part in the technical side and do more research on that. And I send you one more link for you to go into the second course
send me and then watch it.
Digital e-commerce.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Great
Tom.
day. See you tomorrow.
Have a good day to you. Yeah. See you.